The Val and Val Show. You know, ain't no telling where we go on the Val and Val Show. Ain't no ceiling, cause the art of conversation is the flow. It's that creativity available when we speak, available in our trying to get it sparked.
Oh no, we're not starting out like that. We starting that over. I can't believe that's happening. We're gonna do that again. Hello, y'all.
You are now tuning in to the Val and Val Show, where conversation is art. Conversation is art. Conversation is art. You should chime in. Ain't no telling what the spot on the Val and Val Show. Ain't no telling the Val and Val Show. You know, ain't no telling where we go on the Val and Val Show. Ain't no ceiling, cause the art of conversation is the flow. It's that creativity available when we speak, available in our homes, available in the streets. We just trying to get it sparking and take it a little deeper. Keep it casual while fireside chatting with our people. Yeah, we take it a little deeper. It get hot when we fireside chatting with our people. Cause conversation is art. Conversation is art. You should chime in. Ain't no telling what'll spark on the Val. The Val and Val Show. The Val and Val Show.
Hello there. Hello there. Y'all see, I'm rusty, right? I'm rusty. That's life. Anywho, as you all see, I'm all alone. I'm all alone. This is really gonna be interesting. You know, Baltham had a lot going on toward the end, but life came coming for him and he had a great opportunity. So he is working on Dundra Heights. Hopefully, everyone has streamed it. If you all have not streamed Dundra Heights, go to YouTube, Tubi, and I think it's on Amazon Prime. So please go out there and support him. He is busy writing and filming some more episodes and give an opportunity to some locals as well as some well-known folks as well. And that's the thing I love. So we're back. We're back. Now, honestly, I don't know for how long. I'm just going to go with it until it go. We started this off in the fall of 2020, and here we are. We are still here. At least I am. And of course, I expect Valton will come in sometime. He was just pop in. He still have access to everything. He will always be my co-host no matter what happens. So I'm just glad that I had the opportunity to actually share this ride with him. It was really phenomenal. And I'm looking for other things to come. You know, initially I was like, whether I was going to stay or not. Then I kind of just decided, okay, prayed about it, talked to some trusted people that I have. No, and they were like, man, just go and give it a try. Go and give it a try. It ain't like I don't like to talk. Okay. It ain't like I don't like to talk. So that part won't be hard. So look, we have a phenomenal guest. He's not a guest. He is actually Conversation is Art family. He is family. He's my brother. We have developed a close relationship and we have never met in person. Okay. We talk on the phone, check on each other. We pray for each other the whole 9 yards. So look, y'all, I had to open up big with y'all some good, guess you say, soul singers. So look, we got the phenomenal, the one and only. He is known as the legendary Northwest King of Soul Music. Come on up in here, my brother Andy Stokes. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing? How y'all?
Doing good.
Good to see you again. Good to see
Good
you.
to see you. Good to see you. You looking good, fella. Looking good.
I'm trying to do that. Yeah, man. I've been. It's been a journey. It's
Been
been a
a
journey.
journey.
Yeah, it's been a journey last year. Yeah. But
Okay. You
thank
know,
God, I'm good. I'm here.
yeah, I think 2023 had some challenges for us all, myself included. Lost my nephew at the end of the year, which was my oldest sister last living child. So sadly, she's had to bury both her sons. And that was tough. That was really tough. It still is tough, but we're getting through it because we're a family of faith. And we know that even though that terrible tragedy happened, um, that it had to pass by God. And for whatever reason, He chose to allow us to go through it. But I also think He allowed us to carry that burden because He know we would carry it well and we would be a testimony to other families. So kind of have to look at some things in a different perspective. I know people say, well, why would God do that? Well, we forget Satan is the God of this world and he's doing his thing. So, Mr. Andy, now tell us about what your challenge was in 2023. What's been happening?
Well, in January, well, actually, um, toward the end of December, New Year's, Christmas, New Year's, I was not feeling well. I was, couldn't get. I was losing. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't get air, and found out I had congestive heart failure. And I ended up going in the hospital for 8 days, and to take care of it. It had been jumping on me for a long time because because I had took control of my health. Started in 2021. I really started riding the bike a lot, started working out, and you
Mm-hmm.
know that, and so I was working out for like 3 4 months, and then my wife and I would just walk. We was going to go walk to the store, and I walked maybe 10 yards and had to stop,
Mm-hmm.
and I was wondering what.
Wow.
And so I kept figuring as an athletic, I have athletic mindset because that's what before I did music, I was an athlete. And
Uh-huh.
so I said, oh God, I'm out of shape. I got to keep working out. And then it turned out that I had congestive heart failure. I went to the emergency room and then they sent me to the cardiologist and he said, you're not going home. Let's go in here and weigh you. And I had swollen up so bad to 338 pounds.
Wow.
So they admitted me in the hospital, put me on the Lasix, and you know, and got the fluid off of me. And thank God I didn't have heart disease, and it took me down for EKG and all that, and I didn't have heart disease, and my heart was only working at 30% at the time I went in. I don't even know how I
Goodness.
was still standing. But great doctors, great nurse, they pulled me through, and I'm here. I'm back on stage, selling out shows and have a good time doing what God put me on this earth to do.
Well,
Make,
great, great. Thank God that you went to the doctor now. I'm a nurse, so I'm a bag this train up. Cause number one, you a male and you a black male, and y'all have a tendency to delay things. So let's back this train up. So when you think about it in retrospect, did you miss some signs and symptoms that you might have should have paid attention to?
oh no, of course I did. Of course I did. Because I'd never been all my life being an athlete. You know, I just kind of ignored it. Ignored it, and then my past years I went through identity fraud thing where I lost everything, so I couldn't afford health care for a long time.
Oh,
And so that's a big part of it until you know 2019 when I had to hit Promise and then Best Day Ever and then the Snoop. So everything started. God started blessing me, and so um, now I got health care and once I got over the congestive heart failure, I started taking all the tests that you're supposed to take after you turn 50 to make sure you're all right. And
yeah.
so
And going back to what you talked about not having health care, which is a shame in the United States of America that we don't have health care. I had the opportunity in the fall to travel to Portugal to visit my friend, where they call it socialized medicine. Well, wow, the care she received. I got to go to a doctor visit with her, and I mean, it's just a totally different mindset over there that they focus on wellness, not
yes,
sickness. Even with anything you're going through, they believe that one person or two should follow you through the whole process, to take care of you, because they give you, the trust. You build confidence. You develop relationship with them, and it seems to be getting worse. Because I know a lot of people that don't have insurance, and this are hard working people. Insurance is expensive. My insurance is expensive, and every year they're changing what they cover. The out of pocket costs are getting higher and higher because we have a healthcare system built off sickness and dying. That's just the truth of it.
Yeah. Yep.
It,
You're
it,
absolutely right.
it's not built to make you get you better. So after you got this diagnosis, what was it like for you mentally and emotionally just to hear you had congestive heart failure?
Oh, you're scared. You know, you're scared. I'm laying the first night. I'm laying up in, I just got to the hospital. I'm sitting in the ER emergency in the wheelchair with my wife, and and they had already put the Lasix and stuff to start getting the fluid off my body. Sitting there in the wheelchair, and I sat in there for 9 hours before I got a room.
Wow. So
Okay.
you had to be held in the ER. That's another problem. That's nationwide.
Hmm.
Having to stay in the ER.
And so then finally got a room, and so I'm laying in the room, and I'm looking up, and I said, I am not going out like this. I'm gonna be the best patient they ever had in their life. So you start, you scared, and you start talking, you shoulda, coulda, woulda, and so I said to myself, I can't say that anymore. I'm here. I got to deal with it, and so I went into a positive mindset right there, and when my wife left, and I saw her turn that corner, and I didn't
Hmm.
see her anymore, I started there. I said, okay. I'm in this room by myself, and I'm laying there in this bed going, I'm going home. I'm going home doing everything. So I didn't panic. I didn't. Sometimes in situations like that, I'm very calm, and so I calm myself and great nurses, great
Yeah.
doctors. I mean,
Well,
now
look,
I'm
you
back
sound
out.
like me. This is what
Oh,
my kids say. They say,
yeah.
"Mama, if we came in here and our hand was falling off, you'll be like, okay, everything is cool, everything's fine." They like, we leave some dishes in the sink. You ready to kill everybody in the house? I said, you know what I told them? I said,
That's
well,
like
you know
mom.
what? I said, as an ER nurse, I said, what would you prefer if you showed up to the ER? Something's going on with you and your nurse shaking and crying and trying to take care of you. That's not going to make you feel very confident, right? So you want a nurse that's going to be calm and cool, a
Yeah.
healthcare team, a doctor. Your doctor had to walk in there and say, oh my God, Mr. Stokes, we don't know what in the world we're going to do with you.
Oh yeah.
that
You
would have that would have
don't
took all
know.
your hope.
You're supposed to know. But yeah, it was very scary. But once I got to the hospital, I said, okay, you need to calm yourself down. You're in good hands, and I was. I'm in good hands.
Okay.
I mean, I had great nurses and great doctors, and they got me through it. And I took the first 6 months off last year and to get myself, and then my primary doctor said, okay, here are all the things you need to do that you should have done when you was 50. So I was going back and forth to the hospital, taking blood tests and all this, that, and so they was so they was doing all, they was catching me up. So I'm all caught up, so
Okay.
I'm
So look, let me ask you this. So now you said the doctor told you what you should do and should not do. So are you being one of those obedient patients? Are you slipping and sliding, doing some stuff
girl,
that
I am not going back in the hospital. Oh, I'm dead on the 8,000%. Okay, I'm telling everybody. I just had a big write up in Health Monitor magazine talking.
okay.
Yeah, so I'm spreading the word, opening my mouth for people who are you know 50 and over. Y'all need to go get checked. Go get checked. Get checked. Get checked. Please go get checked. Please, y'all.
Yeah. And being on the road is grueling. And especially as you age, traveling,
Yes.
um, it's a toll on the body. And then I know one of the things I hate about traveling. I remember when my son played travel ball, they all knew the first thing I was gonna do when we were going somewhere, I was gonna Google like diners and stuff like that because that was generally the only places you could find vegetables. Because after a while, it's like I don't want to eat another salad. I don't want to eat the what is it? The Normandy vegetables, the cauliflower, broccoli,
Right.
carrots.
Right. Right.
You want some peas, you want some greens, and of course, making sure that they're cooked the right way. So it's a challenge because we don't have a lot of I say healthier choices. And even if you vegan, you gotta be careful with that because they eat a lot of carbs and bread, so that may not even be a good
Right,
choice
right.
for you.
It's not. I mean, because I tried vegan and it didn't work out for me. It made me weak because I'm a type O blood type, and my blood type needs protein. So,
Yeah.
I go to Whole Foods. I find out what the Whole Foods are on the road because,
Mm-hmm.
and, I mean, it's a little bit more expensive, but they always have a bar, a food bar, where you can get salads and different kinds of things. And so so that's what we have to do, and just be smart while you're on the road. Think before you eat.
For
Think before
sure.
in your mouth. Because if there's only McDonald's, then get the grilled chicken instead of the fried chicken, or
Yeah.
get a salad instead of some fries.
Yeah, you got some options, and then you can do sometime I may get something and I won't eat the bread.
I won't eat the bread. Yeah, you take the bread off.
Yeah.
You're trying to cut back on carbs. Take one of the pieces of bread off and keep the bottom piece.
Yeah, and keep going. Yeah. And sometimes you have to retrain your palate. You have to retrain your palate. So 6 months off. What was that like? I know COVID probably had you prepared for that. Those 6 months off probably didn't even
I was
phase you, did it?
6 months of away from the music was hard, but my health took more precedence over that. I didn't worry about jumping on the stage whenever. I was just trying to get my health back to where I can get on stage and go for 90 minutes without stopping, and being able to walk from the couch to the bathroom without losing no air. That kind.
True.
So I was
And
just
and being short of breath ain't no joke.
no
And
and
generally speaking, with congestive heart failure, I know patients with that pressure felt like they drowning, smothering. That is not a good thing. Well, let me ask you this because you have a beautiful dog. Y'all, Odin is a beautiful. What type of dog is Odin?
he's a standard poodle male. Yeah.
Poodle. Yeah. So leading up to you being sick, did you notice any difference in Odin's behavior toward you?
Yeah,
Like get
he
more clingy?
yeah, he was clingy. He knew that something was wrong.
Okay.
So he would um, jump on the bed and lay on my chest with his head. If I'm laying on the couch, he would always have his head right here looking at me. If
Mm-hmm.
I moved a little bit, he'll raise his head to look, and following me like on my hip when I walked. He would
Yeah.
and walk beside me. It's actually, and I never taught him that. It was instinct. He only 2 years old. You know,
Yeah.
so he knew.
Yeah.
That something. And
Going on. Yeah. And you all, I asked Annie that for a particular reason because believe it or not, animals are very instinctive. I don't know about cats, but I know about dogs. I know my grandpa Cookie. If you're feeling sick, if you're sick or something going on, she gets real clingy. They can
mm,
really sense when something is different. So pay attention to your animals. I'll never forget. It was something funny. It was actually funny. Some bad weather or something was coming, and in the military too, they teach you watch the animals. Watch
right.
the animals. If the animals start moving, that means the humans need to start moving, and then you figure out why the animals moving later. Don't
Mhm.
try to figure out why they're moving. You just get to moving with them, and that's so true. Like a lot of times, right before earthquakes, hurricanes are major things. Yes.
You don't see no bird do. If you see the birds fly away real quick, something coming.
Yeah, something going on. Hey, one of our faithful fans, Eleanor Fisher, just said, Odin was saying, Daddy, something is wrong. And that's correct. That
Exactly.
is correct. That's correct. So, Andy, so you were out 6 months. So, yeah, Andy has a great song that did well. It's called I Don't Give a Darn, but that ain't what he used, but that's what we use in the night.
Yeah, yeah. It did very well. That song. I was blessed to record with the song was written by the late great Kashif.
Oh,
Back
wow. Talking
yeah,
about the Kashik that I grew up with.
yeah, the Kashif you grew up with, and that we grew up with.
Yeah.
I was down in L.A. Um, and I was in there. I had met him and went to a studio, and he had this song, and he played it for me, and
Like,
I hear it as a ballad. He had a little bit more up tempo,
B.
and so he said, so the thing that I was dealing with didn't work out musically. So he said, take the song back to Portland and sing it. So I
Okay.
so I put out Best Day Ever. That was in 1996, mind you, when I met him. So
Okay.
that's how long ago he gave me the song. Excuse
Okay. Okay.
He recorded it in 2000, year 2000, but I didn't like it.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
But I had my band learn it, and I was performing at this venue called the Candlelight that I was playing every Sunday, and I played the song. Everybody get great reaction. Everybody loved it. So the following Sunday when I came back, I parked my car, and it was always packed on the Sunday. I couldn't, thank you God for bringing the people in on Sunday, but um, I got out of my car, and by the time I got to the front door, I had 9 guys coming to me say, "Hey man, you gonna play my song?" I said, "What song?" "I don't give up." And I said, "You know what that song's about?" He goes, "Yeah, man, everybody live that life, but that's my song." Then they go in the building singing the chorus. "I don't give up." And so that's when I knew it was special, because it
Okay,
guys came up to me and wanted me to play it. And,
gotcha.
and when I sang it, it was guys up front. The girls are sitting in the seat going, that's what you talk. That's what doing all that,
Hey, they was witnessing, huh?
witnessing.
Doing the side eye.
Yeah, all that stuff. So then, so it became very popular. And so when I put it out and it did well on the charts, it was a very special thing, because it's like that's our song. That's
Yeah. Okay.
it's famous.
And look, I'm gonna need everybody to go and you just type in his name, Andy Stokes. He ain't one of those people on the covert stuff. He is Andy Stokes on everything. You can find him YouTube, download his music, you off all the streaming uh platforms. I have everything downloaded. Look, support these artists because um Andy is what we call an indie artist, okay? And I'm so glad that now you all can produce your own music and keep some of your own money in your pocket. You'll be stealing from yourself versus somebody else stealing from you. And it's just hard to hear those stories of produce. I'm talking about these are wealthy people that don't even have an excuse to
They,
take money from
they don't
people.
need the money, but why lure an artist who's trying to, who's made this genre their career? Why you gonna take them in and then get them up there, and then when it's time for the money to come, there's nothing there.
Yeah, you know what my pastor has this saying. He say, "You get tired of climbing high to still realize you still at the bottom. You
Absolutely.
thinking you're making." And look, y'all see that gold record back there? Tell the people what that is,
That,
Andy.
that's the best day, song from Best Day Ever. That
Okay,
went.
best day ever. Okay, so look, we're gonna take a break right here, y'all, and let y'all hear this song. Hey, anybody over 50? Some of you younger folks may, but this was one of my favorite songs. As I would say, as a little girl, you all, my siblings are 13, 14, and 18 years older than me. So I grew up listening to their music, the Shy Lights, all of that stuff.
Yeah, I'll tell you about it when we're done.
Okay, then. So we're gonna get this playing. When I figure out how to share the screen again, y'all. Hey, I'm in training tonight, and I'm in training again.
It don't matter.
Baby, ain't no turning back, y'all. My mama told me, yeah, she said, son, please beware. Ooh, yes, there's a thing called love. Oh, when it's everywhere. Well, it can break your heart and put you in misery. Ever since I met this woman, y'all, I think that it's happened to me. Hey, I'm telling you, it's too late to turn back now. I believe I'm falling in love, baby. It's too late to turn back now. I believe I'm falling in love. I must have heard at least 10 times a day. You know it's so unusual for For me, who to feel this way? Listen, I can't sleep at night because I long to hold you tight. Uh, yeah, I love this pretty woman, yeah, yeah. And I hope my baby loves me too. Oh, yeah. It's too late, babe, to turn back now. Turning back now. I believe, I'm falling. No, I ain't been falling in love. It's too late, baby, to turn back now. Turn back now. I believe, I'm falling. Falling in love, in love. It's too late to turn back. Too late, yeah. I believe, I'm falling, falling. It's too late, hey, to turn back now, baby. I'm falling in love. Turn back, baby. Ooh, 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 I'm too late, baby. Then hey, too late. Turn back now.
I believe, I
I
believe, I believe I'm
believe I'm falling
falling in
in,
love.
baby. It's
It's
too
too
late,
late
ooh, yeah,
to turn
yeah.
back
To turn
now.
back
I believe, I
now.
believe, I believe I'm
I believe
falling
I'm
in
falling, falling,
love.
falling, falling.
Too late.
To turn back now. Falling in
I believe, I believe, I believe I'm
love.
falling in love.
Baby, it's too late. It is too
To
late.
turn back
Turn
now.
back
I
now.
believe, I believe, I believe I'm falling in love. That's it right there, Andy. That's it.
Thank you.
That's nice. That's
Israel
nice.
is at war in an unprovoked,
Well, I
murderous
can't stop
attack
this now.
that has claimed
Hey.
the lives of hundreds of Israelis, and with over 100 civilians, women.
Click it off. There you go.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
I don't know. My internet running a little sluggish. I don't know what's going on.
Wi-Fi is kind of, must be the Wi-Fi
Yeah.
go in and out sometimes. Yeah, that song was pretty fun to record. I recorded that song in L.A. with a guy named PK who helped me, who worked on me with me with Best Day Ever, and that song went to it got up to number 4 on
Wow.
um
Oh yeah, that's a jam.
yeah,
That's a jam right there.
number 4, and then it was picked up as one of the top 50 R&B songs for the year 2023. So I'm pretty proud of that.
And you know what, Andy? That's what made me fall in love with your music. I'm like, I have an old soul. Okay.
Old school.
I mean, this new stuff, some of it, but it's just something about when you hear this type music. I remember, was it last year? Last year, yes. Glenn Jones, and you really remind me of him. I
Yeah.
mean, I just every time I hear him, I think about you. And we got to go see him last year. And as a matter of fact, used one of his songs at our wedding. It's just something about somebody that can show enough sing,
Yeah.
not sing, y'all, sing. Because you could sing with music or without music. If your band stopped playing, you could keep going.
Yeah.
Now, some of these younger folk, mm-mm.
Yeah. It's a lot of it's a lot of what they call it um
With that auto tune, and if the auto tune might go out, they're gonna be messed up.
yeah, yeah. If I figured that out when I went to the Grammys. So it's
Yeah.
it's you go out in the lobby, it's auto tuned through the TV. You go back inside to the arena. What? You
Wow.
so
So
yeah. So it's a lot of
it's a different thing. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you what I love about old school music and old school singers. Even if they're performing live and say they happen to like can't get on that note that night, they just say, "Hey, I can't hit that note tonight," but they keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't mad. We are not mad. That's why I hate to hear people when you see people like Gladys Knight, those people singing, they're like, "Oh, they didn't sound like they used to." No,
no.
I
I
mean,
mean, with age, you aging. I
yeah,
I've been my voice still on point. It's even got clearer since I came out of the hospital.
yeah. Look, they don't drain all that fluid off it that you didn't know was down in
They
there.
don't them impurities that you had all up in your body.
Hey, listen, you were scuba diving and didn't even know it.
But yeah,
But you know what, though, Andy, I thank God because I know you're a praying man and coming from a praying family. The fact, like I tell people, previous prayers keep us here, keep us protected, and we take that for granted sometimes. I'm quite sure you heard folks growing up praying. You like, oh Lord, what they praying and doing all that. You think about some of the words they use. You thank God that they prayed for you back then
mhm.
because those are sustaining us now, sustaining us now. So what's next for you?
Well, now that that I'm back, performing and doing stuff. I'm working. I'm working with a couple of writers and started to put out some songs this year.
Okay,
And put out some music and keep on going. Keep doing what I'm doing. So got some new music out the back, about 6, 7 songs that I'm ready to put out. That I'm getting ready to get in the studio and record and come out and share it with the people and keep moving, keep them dancing.
well, let me ask you this now. When you come to Alabama,
Man, I've been trying to get to Alabama for 2 years now.
we're gonna have to get on that. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I'm gonna get my daughter on it. Somebody, I'm gonna call the perfect note myself.
Yeah, called them. Yeah, the last time I was there, I was in Alabaster. I did the festival in Alabaster, and
Okay.
then
Now, how long ago was that?
that was like a whole bunch of years ago when River
Okay.
was out 218, and
Okay.
then I played in Jackson.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay. Now, Andy, I'm on YouTube just looking at some stuff. I see you with Andy Stokes and Curtis Sagato.
oh yeah, he's a friend of mine. He's from Portland, blues guy. He's a soulful white guy, man, from Southern Oregon, man. Sang his behind off.
So what are y'all singing on this song? Because I just saw this.
It's a song that he grew up listening to all the Southern soul singers, back,
Okay.
and so he has that voice. He's one of those white guys that got that soulful voice, and and so him and I became friends in Portland, and and he was a man. He's a man now. He was the man down there, and so
Okay.
him and I became really well. We're really really good friends. So we talk to each other all the time, and
Okay then. So he's on the road
yeah,
too.
he's on the road too. Yeah, so that was at the place in Seattle called the Triple Door, and
Okay then.
yeah,
Okay. So now, Andy, I think how long you been in the States now? Because you were in
I
Canada.
was out in Canada. I've been in the States 2.5 years.
Okay. So what made you transition to the States? What brought
Well,
on the
I
change?
was getting busy, and all my stuff was in the States. So we sold. When I met Vicky, she was living in Kirkland, Washington, which is near Seattle, and
Okay.
she was renting her house in Vancouver, BC. And so once everything took off, we decided well, the renters moved out, so we moved up there and started fixing up the house to sell it. And then
Okay.
things start, best day ever came out. Things boom, 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 and we were, doing stuff and staying busy, and so it's we thought we'd
Yeah.
move down this way.
You ain't have to deal with all the customs and all that stuff, huh? Every time you
But
travel.
me, the blessed thing for me being married to her, she's Canadian, so I never really had a problem going back and forth across the border.
Oh, well, good.
So
That's
I
great.
never really had to, no problem stopping me or anything like that. They say, we get this a Nexus card like a TSA card.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. So look, you vetted for traveling, huh?
So I'm a road dog. I'm for real. So I was driving from Vancouver to Portland, 5 hours, 6 hours, didn't matter the
Wow.
drive, and I'm like
And
dad,
see,
dad,
and see, all of that is a wear and tear on your body too. That going back and forth,
yeah.
going back and forth. For sure, for
I
sure,
have
for sure.
blessed to have friends. I'm blessed to have friends because when I do go down, I don't have to stay in a hotel. So
Okay, okay.
you know,
So now, Andy, you know what I'm finna ask next, right?
can ask.
You know?
You want me to sing? Huh? You
Yes,
want?
yes.
What you want me to sing? Let me see. Let me see if I can see if you can hear it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I'm finna shout out one of my church members. His name Juan Montgomery. He an old Auburn Tiger fan. Roll Tide, Juan. When I see him at church, Look, all of them celebrating Nick Saban retiring. I told them, I said, y'all still ain't gonna win. But I love y'all Auburn fans. I still love y'all.
MC, can you hear this?
Let me see. Yeah, I hear it good. Yeah, I'm gonna take me out.
It's Friday night and baby, leave your troubles behind. You don't have to worry about a darn thing. It's time to have a good time. Get yourself together. We're going out tonight. I'll put on that little dress I like. And I'll be there in just about an hour. Come on and get yourself right. Oh, no, it don't get no better than this, baby. Oh, oh, can you say it just one more time? Come on, come on. No, it don't get no better. No, baby. That's all y'all getting. That's all you getting.
That's it.
That's
Okay.
it.
Look, did you write that?
This guy by the name of Irvan Rushing out of Oklahoma City, and
Okay. Okay.
he's a singer songwriter. And this is how the story goes with him. He used to be in Portland singing with this group called the U Crew that did well back in the '90s.
Okay.
Then the group broke up. He moved back to Oklahoma City. But the story we met him through a guy named Glenn Perkins that he was working with, and so him and I connected. And he said, "Hey man, when I was in Portland, I was trying to meet you." I said, then why didn't you just come to one of the shows? And he goes, "Well, the people that I was working with didn't want me to meet you. Man, I had songs. Man, I once I heard you sing, I knew I could write for you." And so
Wow.
we are now working together, and he's writing these songs, and I'm putting my thing on it, and so
And you know what? I hope and I think with the COVID stuff happening, do you feel like that softened musicians to try to help each other out more, or what how to tell me what
I
you think about that?
I think the opposite. I think when COVID hit,
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot more people collaborated. Because if you see the songs that are coming out now, there's like 6 and 7 people that have worked on the song. So,
Okay.
and when I went to the Grammys the first time, and the people that were nominated, they had a list of like 6 and 7 people. You know,
Mm.
collaboration it's was even stronger during COVID. Because,
That you know what, and I hope that keeps going, because what it showed was that we are actually better together and we need each
yeah,
other.
there's enough.
We definitely need each
There's
other.
enough out there for everybody. And plus, me coming into the music world, I didn't know how to play an instrument or I had to teach myself to write a song or whatever. And so, I can play chords on the piano, but I'm not an accomplished piano player. So, I collaborate. I've been collaborating my whole career. And so, I come up with ideas. I call the keyboard player, "Hey man, this is what I sing it to them. They put it together, and then we arrange it, and so we all get a piece of the pie. So,
And that's what, this is something my daughter does with her business. She's a good collaborator. She's like, Mama, she says, enough money out here for everybody to make something. She said, I'm willing to take a little less if I can help somebody else do a come up. She's real good at reaching out to other people,
mhm.
with helping them. And that's what we need to do. That's gonna be the thing that help us make it. And I want to go back. You said about the gentleman that said they wouldn't let him meet with you. I remember your story. Where were you? Was it just you were traveling with one of the main groups? What was it? And they gave you encouragement and told you just be yourself.
Oh, I was in Japan. That's the
Yeah.
It was in Japan, 1991. Um, it was I was with this band called Kular, and we had got signed with A&M Records, and the first it was basically my career kind of started on a national level. When a recorded song called "Victim," and it ended up being a single, which I was surprised. I wrote that song with the drummer with the bass player who used to play with Diana Ross. He happened to,
Okay.
and so then we went to Japan, and we had this ballad called "Love Me All My Life." If you go on YouTube and pull up Cool COOL apostrophe R, you can see the videos of me
Okay.
back in my younger days when I had hair on my head. Um, and so it was my first concert, man. And I'm looking out, through the curtains and everything, and all the American bands came to see each other over there when they were over there at the same time. So here's my first show. I look out the curtains. To my left, Charlie Wilson, Troop, Timex Social Club, George Clinton Funkadelic. That, that's
Woo!
who was like right there up front, and I almost got stage fright. And I just said, God, you're gonna have to give me a voice tonight. You got to give it to me. And it was one of the best singing nights I had. Afterwards, Charlie Wilson ran on stage and hugged me and said, "Whatever you got in that throat, you need to go home and find it because you got something special." He said, "You
Wow.
good enough, but you got to go get it."
And that's definitely a compliment right there. Look, I bet you look, as they say, you was grinning like a Cheshire cat. Cheshire.
So then after that, I walked off the stage, and George came to me and they gave me, they gave me a big compliment. He said, "Man, you were singing your behind off," but they didn't say behind. Um,
Yeah, I know what they say.
and so then they hung out with Aunt Fiddler, who just passed away. May he rest in peace. We hung out in Tokyo and we talked about life and everything. Didn't really talk about music, and he invited me to the show. So I went back to the show. I went to the show the next night on Sunday. Lord, I went into the Funkadelic room, and
Hmm.
then they played, and they called me on stage, and when I got on stage, George handed me the mic and said, "You front the band for the rest of the night. I'm tired." So he gave me,
Wow.
comic dog. We bumped the house, rocked the house. Then afterward, he put his hand on the shoulder to come break bread with me. So afterwards, I sat down with dinner. He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "What are you doing?" So I'm trying to navigate this music business. He goes, "Look, man, you sing in different notes that a lot of singers don't sing. I don't know if
Mm.
you know that or not." And he said, "But you need to go home and find your thing." He said, "You different. Go find your thing." And so and he said, and so we walked out. Was walking out to go back to the hotel, and he said, "You got that, man." I'm just like,
Wow. Word speaking life
right,
into you. Into you.
right. So without them two, telling me that I was good enough, I probably wouldn't have went back to Portland and done anything. I probably would have been done, So, but it gave me the courage. Okay, start my own band, become a leader of my own destiny, take control of my own life, so somebody mess it up for me. And so I went back home and formed my own band and went through the trials and tribulations, and but I was blessed to have played with those musicians in the past because they taught me everything. I didn't get here by myself, and then so I built my world. I built my fan base. I built band, and wrote the music that came out of my head with the help of other writers and producers. So I'm
That's great.
here because
So do y'all are y'all listening?
yeah.
When you try to be an island by yourself, you're probably not gonna survive very long.
Mhm.
And you're gonna be lonely too. So you need collaborations. And it is you all sometimes, you gotta sometime delay sometimes what you want to get to where God ultimately has you. And delays are not denials, you all. It's the process. And you listen to Andy, he has a greater appreciation for his career.
Yeah, it's like I said, I didn't come up to do music. Music was
Yeah.
life. I was a athlete. That's what I was, pro this, pro that, buy my mama house. That's where my mindset was. And when that didn't work, I was just going to be a normal guy, go to work, get up, go to work, come home, pay bills, and maybe get married, have kids, whatever. So that's where my mind was. But I always could, I knew I had a voice when I was a junior in high school. I could sing. And so hanging with my dad every Sunday, he was a man with the record. So we played music all the time. And so I
Yeah.
never thought that I would be doing any of this. Tell you the truth. I mean, when we got signed with A&M Records, my dad had Herb Albert's record in his house, and I called him up and said, "Dad," he said, "what's going on, son?" "I just got signed with A&M Records with Kular." He said, "What?" I said, "Dad," I said, "Herb Albert signed us to A&M Records." And he said, "Wow." He said, "Boy," he said, "you might have a whole different calling, but we'll see." That's what he said.
Look, he didn't tell you not to do it.
I see that music part. And so when when the sports didn't go well, I was disappointed and whatever.
Yeah.
I came home and my mom came in the room. She said, "Son," I said, "Yes, ma'am." She goes, "That football, not for you. That music, that's for you." Blam, shut the door and went out. That's all she said.
That's it. That's it. You know what? I tell people this. Sometimes to get us to our destiny, God just have to snatch us away from that other thing. Now, sometimes he'll allow you to go down that path to realize, then you look up 10 years, oh, I wasted 10 years when I could have really been doing the thing. I say I was put here to do gifted. Because Andy, your voice is just simply
Thank
beautiful.
you.
You football was okay for high school and college. But that was not what you were destined to do. And I'm glad you didn't, because you ain't got to worry about no brain image injury, no CTE and all of that stuff
It, it,
that athletes are battling now.
yeah, I was a football player. It's brutal now, so
Oh yeah, it's brutal. It is brutal. Well, look, Andy, since Andy on the song y'all little piece of song, he did a good job though. I'm gonna play his one that he has gotten the award for. And what was the name of that award with the gold record
that's
on it?
it.
I'm talking about, what was the award? Who gave you that award?
It was who gave me that? Okay, you see it for some radio station because it went to number one.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
the official indie R&B chart. It went
Okay.
3 weeks. So
Okay. Well, look, I'm gonna play this for them so they can hear that.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. No. I can't believe that you're in my life. Oh, I can't believe you became my wife. I've been it, baby. Cause I've been waiting for someone like you. Yes, it's true. Me and you, baby. Oh, nobody else but you for me, girl. And let you know that, gotta let you know that, alright, that. And know that I wanna be that man for you, baby. Girl, it's the best day ever. It's the best day ever. It's the best day ever. You're the best day ever. It's the best day ever. Oh, 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 yeah. Yes, it's the best day ever. It's the best day ever. The first time I laid my eyes on you, I knew that you were the one for me. Been waiting so long for you to come in my life, baby. Oh, oh, there's no more waiting, no. Cause I'm here with you now, baby. Let me be the one who's gonna love you forever. It's the best day ever, baby. It's the best day ever. sometimes, but it feels real good to me. Real good to me. Real good to me. Real good to me. And I love the way you love me, baby, baby. Baby. Oh, yeah. It's the best day ever. It's the best day for me. Oh, it's the best day ever. And do you know, do you know that? Do you know? It's the best day ever. The best day ever for me and you. Yes, it is. Do you know how I'm feeling right now? The best day ever, girl. The best day ever.
Best day ever. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Look, you jamming that. You jamming on that.
Yeah.
You jamming. Well, now let me ask you this. Had you met your wife then, or you wrote that for her, or
Yes,
what?
I had met her, and so I said, romantic man that I am. I was trying.
Go get her to verify
Yeah,
that.
I I had the lyrics, but I didn't have the music, in my head. I couldn't. I had somewhat of idea what the music was supposed to sound like. So when I met PK, the guy who helped me produce it, and along with Wise Barkley, and we were down in L.A. in the studio. I said, I got this song, man. I said, it's called Best Day Ever. I said, this is. So I sang it to him. And he said, give me an hour. I said, okay, I'll get us something to eat. So when he got something to eat, came back, he had the music. I said, that's it. That's it. I ran
Wow.
into the booth, and in 3 takes, it was done.
Wow. Awesome. Look, y'all, that's a singer.
Yeah.
That's not a singer. Look, you see Valton, I put his message up. He said, what's up? What up, Andy?
What's up, Wilson? What's going on, my friend? Congratulations, man,
Yeah,
your movie, on your script, on your TV show. That's beautiful.
everything.
Yeah.
So
Call me
Valton,
because
I did a PSA.
I can act too now.
You heard that Valton. Andy say he can act too.
I was on the show Grimm. Okay, so I'm just letting you know.
Oh, don't I used to love Grimm. I almost cried when they took it off.
Yep. Yep, I was on there. Yes, I was.
What you play, Andy? I'm gonna go back and look.
I played whole different characters. I'll,
Character.
I'll send you
Okay.
some stuff. I'll send you some stuff.
Yeah, send me some stuff. I like, that's my ER nurse creepy stuff that I like. I've always
It
liked
was quite,
scary movies, sci-fi, and all that stuff.
yeah.
You
I've
know.
gotten some episode. I had a friend of mine who was a cameraman named Bruce Lawson. He's the one that got me on the show.
Oh, well, great, great, great. I was sad when they didn't renew it. Well, look, Andy, it has been great. It has been phenomenal. And of course, I said, I our last show, I think it was July 31st or August 3rd. I can't remember when it was. Took the break to revamp and everything, and to decide if I was going to go on without Valton. Because I would say this: me and Valton just had a chemistry. Uh, we just clicked, and like I shared, it was 6 months when we started doing this during the pandemic before we even actually met.
Oh,
First time we met briefly before we went live to do this show, and we were streaming with Facebook then. I mean with Zoom to Facebook. You gonna sing again? You they gonna make you sing again?
I don't know.
But yes. So look, you all. Next week we will be back, and this will be our guest. It will be Miss Janae Gray, and she will be talking about her journey to finding herself again by escaping unhealthy relationships. So please join us next week for her. I actually saw her story on Facebook and reached out to her. So that's kind of how I've been looking at getting guests. I've seen stories pop up and I'm reaching out to them. You have not because you ask not. And she graciously accepted. So we're looking forward to that. And if you all know of people that you might want to have on the show, or if you want to be on the show, here is our contact information. Conversation is art@gmail.com. That's real easy to remember. So just email me if you would like to be on the show, providing you have something that's going to be meaningful. Now, we ain't doing no foolery, okay? Just let me drop that out there for you. We're going to do meaningful stuff. So just shoot an email to me. And of course, now, y'all know I got to have my co-host back. So he'll be coming back. So Andy, come back on screen. I came back live.
How you doing? Yeah, tell
So
Valton. Yes, give. Let's talk about that. If you got a role for me, I'm ready.
yeah. So look, Valton said we did have chemistry that rock for sure.
Oh
So
man, yeah.
we'll still be supporting. As I said, Valton, I don't know how long you've been on, but I did a whole PSA about what's been going on with you, telling everybody to stream your movie. And I got them streaming, and you all stop bootlegging stuff, okay? Go out here and download this stuff because these people gotta get paid, Yeah, they are Andy said, as he said, his music is doing well, but he have to pay all those people to do what he can't do. They're not working for free. They are
No,
not working for free.
no, 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 no,
Yeah.
no.
So as we always do, and we set this standard when we started the show. So Andy, you got to give us some closing words. What you want to leave for the people?
First of all, health wise, go take care of yourself, and whatever you do, do it with passion and love, and be fierce about what you want to do, and tell somebody you love them once in a while. Go give somebody a hug. Okay, we need that nowadays, and look out for the elderly. Make sure they okay,
For
and
sure.
okay, and
Yeah.
don't be acting a fool around here. All right.
Yeah, and I had to put this up, y'all. This is my big sis. She said, "Great show, sis. Thank you, sis. Love you." So you all have a good night. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.